Welcome back, wanderers, to Wanderlust Stories, where myths breathe and forgotten places remember. My name is Wanderlust. The last time you heard my voice, the ocean had already chosen me. I had stepped forward as the messengers closed in, knowing there was no path back to land. The village behind me was silent. The sea in front of me was waiting. Saving Sulawesi didn't make me a hero. It made me a variable. I thought I was being taken as a witness. I was wrong, because mercy doesn't end a story. It summons the next chapter. And this time, the ocean wasn't asking. They didn't drag me deeper. They didn't bind my wrists or pull me forward. They let me stand. And somehow, that terrified me more than force ever could. Because power that needs your consent is power that plans to keep you. The kingdom was already around us. Not emerging, not arriving, but present, breathing, watching, waiting. The glow in its walls pulsed softly now, slower than before. No longer curious, no longer impressed. Assessing. Every structure felt closer, heavier, as if the city itself had leaned inward to listen. The bioluminescent streams dimmed, their light narrowing into thin veins that traced the floor like thought lines. This place was no longer revealing itself. It was deciding. The Ocean King stood before the throne. He did not rise. He was already standing, as though sitting had never been an option, as though the throne existed only to remind others where they were, beneath him. It was not a chair. It was a claim. His crown caught the light as he turned. Coral hardened into command, pale and sharp, like bone shaped by tide instead of hand. His skin mirrored Sulawesi's now. Scaled, luminous, alive with the same deep ocean sheen. But his eyes burned with the same blue as the bead against my chest, only colder, older, judging. "You walk freely in my waters," he said. His voice didn't echo. It settled, like silt drifting slowly to the ocean floor. "You carry a symbol of my bloodline." The bead pulsed once. Not painfully, not gently, acknowledging him. "You disrupted my decree." Each word landed carefully. Placed, measured, not a threat, a calculation. I felt the weight of the court then, not staring, not whispering, but tracking. Every movement, every breath. Sulawesi stepped forward before I could speak. I hadn't realized how still she'd been until she moved. She didn't kneel. Her bare feet pressed into the ocean floor as if it belonged to her. Her shoulders were squared, her spine straight. Not defiant, not submissive. Present. Her hair floated around her like something alive, responding to her emotions instead of the current. Her skin shimmered with the same cool glow as the city itself. But her eyes, they weren't afraid anymore. They were awake. "My escape showed them the truth," she said, voice steady. "That obedience is learned, not natural." The word rippled through the court. Learned. The Ocean King didn't look at her. He looked at me, and you, he said quietly. Taught her that lesson. The sea shifted then. Not violently, not suddenly. It listened. The pressure around my chest eased, just enough to be noticed, just enough to be dangerous. For the first time since I entered the kingdom, something far more unsettling than fear crept in. Comfort. The water warmed against my skin, subtle as a held breath finally released. The glow softened. The pulse of the throne slowed, until it matched my heartbeat. And then the offers came. Not visions, not commands. Possibilities. I saw myself beneath the waves, standing tall, untouched by age or hunger, breathing without effort, existing without explanation. I saw the village from above, small, distant, muted by depth and time. Its worries dulled, its rules quiet. No more obedience, no more debt disguised as gratitude, no more being overlooked. The Ocean King didn't speak. He didn't need to. Stay. The sea didn't say it aloud. It wrapped the idea around me gently, like a current guiding a swimmer who doesn't realize they've stopped choosing direction. Belong. For a terrifying moment, I wanted to. Because the sea doesn't demand the way land does. It doesn't shout. It doesn't punish openly. It absorbs. It keeps. Then Sulawesi shifted beside me, not closer, stronger, and the illusion cracked. Because I saw it for what it was. This wasn't freedom. It was a cage lined with beauty and silence. A place where nothing hurts because nothing changes. I took a breath I shouldn't have been able to take. And I held my ground. The Ocean King mistook my stillness for fear. It wasn't. It was clarity. I thought of my village. Of women rising before dawn carrying burdens no one questioned. Of lives shaped by rules no one remembered choosing. It's easy to call control balance and it benefits you. I will not kneel, Sulawesi said. The Ocean King finally turned to her. Then the sea will decide. The throne flared with light. Currents spiraled upward, twisting and tightening. The messengers raised their hands, and the water began to reshape itself. Not into chains, but into something else. A circle. A space carved from pressure and tide. A boundary the sea itself would judge. A trial. And as the ocean rearranged around us, one truth settled into my bones. The sea didn't bring me here to punish me. It brought me here to choose. And whatever choice I make next will not only decide Sulawesi's fate, it will decide who the ocean answers to. Part 5 is coming.